Play with JJ. I'm Jason Joseph. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, make sure that you like this video. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell when that pops up. I hope that you're all doing well and that you're having an awesome Friday night. The 76ers are at the Smoothie King Arena in New Orleans, and they'll be taking on the Pelicans. Should be a very exciting game. Tyrese Maxey's coming back for the 76ers, and we haven't seen him in quite some time. So I think that we're going to get a really good matchup here. Still have about like 10 minutes to spare, but the Sixers, they're coming off of a loss against the Washington Wizards. It was a tough loss. They shot very poorly in the first half, and they ended up trying to make a run in that second half, but they just weren't able to do so. And they were down by double digits pretty much throughout most of the game. Other guys like Rui Hachimura and Bradley Beal were just having their way, and the Sixers got out-rebounded, and they just didn't play their best brand of basketball. So hopefully tonight the tides will change, and they could try to get back into the win column and be 9-10 in their last 10 games. Meanwhile, for the Pelicans have been playing really well. Zion Williamson has been absolutely unbelievable. On the 28th, he had 43 points. He shot efficiently. That's an understatement from the field. And he's just been one of those guys that's just been lighting it up, and he is having an unbelievable season. They're still without Brandon Ingram, one of their star players, and CJ McCollum's playing very, very well. They have guys like Jose Alvarado that are shooting really well. Trey Murphy is also a three-point specialist as well. He's been doing great. And Jonas Valanciunas at the center position. He gets a lot of rebounds for them, a lot of double-doubles. So they're a pretty good team. Willie Green is the head coach for them. He's been doing a pretty good job throughout this entire season, leading this team to a lot of victories. And I think that it'll be an interesting thing to see what happens, or it'll be interesting to see what happens. So, but yeah, if you're new to my channel, make sure that you like this video. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel. I really hope that everybody's having an awesome Friday night. Let me know what you guys are doing down below in the comments section. Let me turn on the chat here first. Okay, the chat is on. All right. Oh, wow, we got 4 people already on here. Hello, people. What's going on? Oh, man. I'm excited for some 76ers basketball, man. I've been waiting 30 days for this. It's it actually feels like it's been longer. It feels like it's been like a week. Not going to lie. But no, this is going to be great. This is going to be really awesome. It's currently 8:34. Hopefully they get started in about 6 minutes or so. Yeah, let's look at some more details here. Let's actually pull up a couple more things while I'm thinking about it. I'm going to make the screen a little bit smaller. There we go. Excuse me. Yeah, what are you guys doing for New Year's? Let me know down below in the comments section. I'd love to hear what your New Year's plans are and all that sort of stuff. My hat is it was a little bit over my right out eyebrow. So, but yeah, let me pull up the game really quickly. Bear with me just for one sec. Where is ESPN.com? Here we go. 76ers NBA. All right, I'm going to turn this off. This thing is just like really bothering me. I have like a fan in that laptop. That's my old laptop. This right here is my Mac. I don't think you guys can see it. It's not even in the picture. But I have a Mac right there. It does make noise, but that was the fan that I had on, and that fan ends up making more noise. So, yeah. All right, so that's up. Good. Where's my chat? There it is. What's up, Mitch? How you doing, buddy? Dude, I appreciate you coming on here. Thank you for the support, man. And I also appreciate you putting out the word for me. If you do go on tonight, man, I wish you the best of luck, dude. That's awesome. But no, I appreciate it. I appreciate all the love and the support that you've given me, man. The logo is awesome. Like, I really can't thank you enough for that. Seriously. So, let me take a quick sip of water. But yeah. What else do we have going on here? Where is? There it is. Williamson leads New Orleans. Yep, there. Okay, good. Alrighty. Yeah, that makes me very happy. Let's go to the score. Actually, I probably should just use it on this monitor. I should like have this routine figured out by now of like where I like certain things. Like, do I like certain things on the iPad? Do I like it on the monitor to my left here? I should have. I mean, I know that it's like still early on, but man, like I should have this figured out by now. I really should. What was I was going to say something, and now I forget what it was. My brain is like all over. I worked at Films today, and that was really cool. I had a nice day. Happy it's Friday. Friday is always a cool day. You get to look forward to the weekend, and actually have a long weekend because I'm off on Sunday and Monday, so that feels really nice. That's why I'm doing Patriots on Sunday, so that's great. Really looking forward to it. Looking forward to this awesome weekend. And hopefully the Sixers can get a sweep on this back-to-back. That'd be nice. That would be. So let's go to NBA scores. Let's scroll down. Okay, there we go. Gamecast. I don't know if Mitch is still there, but I hope he heard my shout out. I hope that he heard my thank you. Okay. So this will go here, and this will go here. Why the heck does it keep doing that? I actually have to talk to my dad about that. I think that there's something probably wrong with the bulb in there, and that is really, really bothersome. It is. It's annoying. Alrighty. Gotta bring the energy tonight. I'm excited about that. That'll be really cool. I've noticed that when I have more energy, the vibe is a lot better. So as long as I do that tonight, that'd be great. That'd be really cool. So I gotta make sure that I'm confident, make sure that I have the energy, and that I'm up with the tempo. That's the other important thing too. Okay. And therefore, I think we're just about ready to be underway in a few seconds from now. And let's make this a little bit smaller. I gotta tell you, Zion's a beast. Zion is playing very, very well. And they're going to bring Tyrese off the bench. Okay, interesting move. So tonight's starting five. First of all, in case you're just joining me, my name is Jason Joseph. Appreciate all the love and the support here on YouTube and on Twitter and on Twitch and on Facebook. So the 76ers starting lineup, they will be having James Harden, Joel Embiid, and DeAnthony Melton, PJ Tucker, and Tobias Harris in their starting five. And meanwhile, for the New Orleans Pelicans, it'll be Zion Williamson, Najee Marshall, Jonas Valanciunas, CJ McCollum, and Trey Murphy III. So the Sixers are here in New Orleans. They then play tomorrow night as well for the second game of a back-to-back that will be taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Coming into today, the Sixers are 20-13. And the Pelicans are 22-12. They're also 15-4 at home. So tip-off is just underway. It's Embiid versus Jonas Valanciunas. And Embiid wins the tip-off as it goes back out to James Harden. So the Sixers coming off of a loss to the Washington Wizards, 117 to 113, or 119 to 113. And the first shot goes up by Tobias Harris, and he's fouled, so he'll go to the charity stripe just like that. Nice aggressiveness by Tobias Harris. And with 13 seconds, we are just underway. Harris will be shooting 2 free throws at the foul line. And the first one goes up, and it's in here at the Smoothie King Arena. That's one of the arenas that I've actually always wanted to go to. So Tobias Harris will be shooting the second foul shot in just a few seconds, and it's up and it's in. Sixers strike first and are up 2-0 with 15 seconds into the first quarter. Williamson hands it off. And now Valanciunas will hand it off to Zion Williamson at the foul line. Williamson back out to McCollum. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Valanciunas, 5 seconds to go. He puts up a shot, and it's no good. He took that from the near corner, and James Harden will be coming in on the other way. Here's Joel Embiid going into the lane and finishing at the rim. Oh, man. Joel Embiid puts the Sixers up 4-0, and there's a spark of energy, the enthusiasm on the dunk. Williamson inside. The shot goes up, and that's no good by Najee Marshall. And the Sixers grab a rebound. Tobias Harris comes storming in on the other way, going coast to coast, and the Sixers are up 6-0. Tobias Harris, 4 points for him so far today. Here's Valanciunas being guarded by Joel Embiid. Valanciunas goes up with the contact. He's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. There were about 5 seconds left on the shot clock. But James Harden finding Joel Embiid, taking it right to the cup. And there was just nothing that Najee Marshall could do to just stand in his way. And the Sixers are up 6-0. 6-0. That's what I was trying to say. Valanciunas will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. And he makes the first one. So that'll put the Pelicans on the board. Willie Green, the head coach for the New Orleans Pelicans, and Doc Rivers, the head coach for the Philadelphia 76ers. And Valanciunas puts up the second foul shot, and that's up, and it's in. 6-2 now is the score. And Anthony Melton will hand it off to Joel Embiid being guarded by Valanciunas. They've had a lot of time playing against each other. Nice court vision inside from James Harden to find Joel Embiid. And Embiid and Harris both have 4 points for the 76ers. Great assist by James Harden. I love the court vision right there. That's the type of thing that you expect out of a point guard in James Harden, when he is just able to facilitate the basketball and be unselfish. And he can also take his own shots too. That's something that can be very beneficial to a team. So 8-2 is the score. And the Sixers are up by 6. McCollum will pass it to Zion Williamson. Williamson back out to McConnell at the top of the key for 3. It gets the bad bounce as it went in and out the first time, then hit the back of the backboard, then went out again. Embiid back to PJ Tucker on the other end. He gets a bad bounce, but Embiid ends up grabbing his own rebound. Embiid inside up against Valanciunas, blocked by Jonas Valanciunas, and the ball goes out of bounds. It was last touched by Zion Williamson near the baseline, but a great block by Jonas Valanciunas, who's been really terrific throughout this entire season. He's been averaging about half a block, so he doesn't really have too many, but he does end up getting a lot of rebounds. James Harden puts it up and puts it in with the pull-up jump shot. 6 points and 3 rebounds for Joel Embiid as well. Valanciunas thinks about shooting a 3, won't go. And that shot goes up, and that's no good. Here's Harden on the other end, controlling the tempo, puts it up, no good. Can't get his own rebound, and it's going to go out to CJ McCollum. Long rebound for him on the near corner. McCollum inside. 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Sixers are up 10-2. Williamson back out to a wide open Trey Murphy for three, and that's no good. In and out it goes. 10-2 is the score. 76ers shooting 4 for 7 from the field so far in this ball game. Harden being guarded by McCollum. 9 seconds on the shot clock. He's at the logo, the Pelicans logo, that is. Harden now on the inside, passing it to PJ Tucker. The ball ends up getting intercepted by Najee Marshall, who puts up an alley-oop pass, and Trey Murphy ends up getting the dunk. That's just great. That's just great offensive basketball by the Pelicans, reading out in the transition, going up with their game, and executing very well. Harris passing it around the timeline. The ball ends up finding DeAnthony Melton for three. Way too strong. It took a doink off the back of the rim. And a long rebound by the Pelicans. Zion Williamson sizing up PJ Tucker. He puts it up, and he hits the fadeaway turnaround jump shot, and now the Pelicans are on a 4-0 run. Sixers trying to end this little run here that the Pelicans have been going on. Harden bounce pass to Joel Embiid. He puts up a shot. He gets fouled by C.J. McCollum, and he will go to the line to shoot 2 foul shots. C.J. McCollum making his first foul on the day. McCollum, who spent a lot of time with the Portland Trail Blazers, also the president of the NBA Players Association. He has been having himself a pretty good year. In his 35 minutes of play, he's averaging about 19.5 points and also leads the team in assists. He's averaging 6 assists per game. Making that transition from shooting guard to point guard, and Embiid will go to the foul line to shoot his second free throw. The first one was up and good, and the second one was up and good as well. So the Sixers are up 12-6. Williamson again on the low block, puts up another fadeaway jump shot. That's no good. The ball gets rebounded, and it ends up going out of bounds. It was last touch by Zion Williamson, and the Sixers will end up getting the ball back. Doc Rivers communicating with his team to try to set up a nice play on offense. Harden on the far wing for three. No good. Tipped back up and in, though, by DeAnthony Melton, who came running right out of nowhere. And that'll put the Sixers up 14-6. How about that? 7:12 left to go. Willie Green calls a timeout. And the Sixers will be right back in just a few moments here at the Smoothie King Arena. Oh, but yes, I hope they are all doing well. If you're new to my channel, first of all, my name is Jason Joseph, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, make sure that you like this video. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so that way you know when I upload or when I live stream or whenever I put up some sort of content. So I appreciate all of that. I want to ask you guys what you guys are looking forward to in this game. I am just waiting to see what Tyrese Maxey looks like. That's the thing that I'm looking forward to. It'll be interesting to see what type of energy he's going to bring, how many minutes he's going to end up playing, how his shooting's going to be. I think that now's the time to, be on a little bit of a restriction with him, put like a little leash on him. It's not necessarily like they need him to do a whole bunch because they've been playing very well without him. So, who's Val Cummings? Mom, I don't know. I don't know who Val Cummings is. Val Cummings. Valanciunas? Is that what you meant to say? He's their center. He's their center for the Pelicans. If you meant to say Valanciunas. But I appreciate you for tuning in, my mom. You're the best. And I love you. I do. I love my mama and my papa. Ugh. Yes, Valanciunas. Jonas Valanciunas. Okay. So, take a sip of water. 76ers basketball coming right back up as the timeout is just about over for the Pelicans. Oof. Joel Embiid this season has been unbelievable. He's been averaging about 33 points per game, and in the month of December, he's actually averaging 37 points, and he is also shooting 55% from the field. He averages about 3.5 assists and also 1.5 blocks in just this month of December. He's just been a monster on both ends of the court. 14-6 is the score, and the Pelicans turn the ball over. James Harden out in transition, passes it to Embiid, who throws down the jam. And the Sixers are back up by 10. Great court vision by James Harden. 10 points for the big man. McCollum inside, back outside to Murphy. And there's a shot that goes up. The floater is up, and it's no good. The shot was going up by Najee Marshall, who ended up missing the shot, and a loose ball foul will be called on PJ Tucker. So the Pelicans will be getting the ball back. So the other person that's behind Joel Embiid in points per game throughout this month, is Luka Doncic, who's averaging 34 points and just put up a 60-point performance the other day. Unbelievable. McCollum with the elbow jump shot. That goes up, and that's in. And the Sixers' lead is now doubled as they are up 16-8. It was a 16-6 ball game before that. Embiid on the other end, being guarded by Valanciunas, passes it back out to James Harden. Harden to Tobias Harris. Harris with 7 seconds on the shot clock, tries to go up with a reverse layup, and it's no good. Pelicans grab another rebound. 16-8. Williamson at the top of the key. He wants Tucker. He ends up getting fouled by DeAnthony Melton. So Melton commits the personal foul, and we have a couple of changes now coming into the ball game for both of these teams. Matisse Thybulle will end up coming in for PJ Tucker, as Tucker will head right over to the bench, and Jackson Hayes now comes in for Najee Marshall. So both teams making some substitutions. Zion Williamson ended up getting tripped up on that left foot, it looked like. And DeAnthony Melton gets called for the personal foul. Sixers going with Matisse Thybulle on the defensive side. The ball gets inbounded. McCollum puts up a three-pointer, and that's up, and it's good. 16-11, nice and clean shot by C.J. McCollum off the dribble towards the left side of the top of the perimeter. Sixers are going from our right, or from our left to our right. Here's Tobias Harris for three. He can't answer back with a three of his own. Then Valanciunas will grab another board. He's been grabbing a whole lot of those this season. McCollum on the other end puts up another three. From the far wing, no good. Matisse Thybulle grabs another rebound. That's actually his first rebound. Scratch that. Here's Harden, though. Again, back to Embiid. And Embiid thought Harden was right over there, and Embiid just wasn't looking. And he ended up passing it to the far corner, and James Harden was nowhere to be found in that spot. So that'll be Embiid's first turnover on the day. And here comes Tyrese Maxey coming in for the Philadelphia 76ers, subbing in for James Harden. He has not played in quite some time. He's been out for at least 6 weeks. So it feels good to have him back. Another big piece for the 76ers. McCollum passing it back outside to Marshall for another three. And it's good. That was actually Trey Murphy who hit that one from about 26 feet. And C.J. McCollum gets the dish. DeAnthony Melton on the other end. Gets the ball from the far corner, puts up another three. And that's good. And the Sixers answer back with a three of their own. They're up 19-14 now. Valanciunas on the other end. Passing it back to C.J. McCollum for another three. And that's good. He hit that one from almost the same spot he hit it from in the previous spot. So it's now 19-17. Sixers up by a deuce. Maxey on the near corner. Passing it back out to Embiid on the right elbow. He puts up another jumper. And he connects. Everybody's connecting on their shots within the last minute or so. About 4 buckets have been made between both of these teams combined. Embiid with 12 points here in the first quarter. McCollum inside to Valanciunas, who puts it up, and he puts it in, but the shot's not going to count as Valanciunas gets called for the travel. Took way too many dribbles there. And Willie Hernangomez will now come into the game for him. Yo, what's going on, man? 21-17, and with 4:09 left, Tobias Harris also takes a step out as George Niang comes in for him, and Shake Milton will be entering in for DeAnthony Melton. Maxey handling the basketball. Hands it off to DeAnthony Melton. So Milton got subbed out. Melton is still in there, and the ball ends up going out of bounds. It was last touched by CJ McCollum, who was going in there for the reach. No foul was called. It was a clean play. And Maxey will hand it off on the baseline. Back to Embiid. 5 seconds on the shot clock. The double team is coming underway. Embiid puts it up, and he puts it in. And he's fouled. You could put 3 defenders on the big man, and yet he could still probably try to make that shot. 23-17. Unbelievable. That's just the type of thing that he does. He's just, when he is able to just make those types of jump shots, even with 2 defenders on him, and it's just unstoppable. 23-17, and the 3-point opportunity is good as Embiid converts at the foul line. 24-17, Sixers up by 7 with 3:43 left to go in the first. McCollum handling the ball, gets the switch that he wants as Embiid comes on, and Thibault was guarding him at first, and then he passes it, and there's going to be a foul on Willie Hernangomez, who will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. The foul is going to be called on Embiid. It was a nice pass by CJ McCollum, too. Embiid was a little bit late stepping inside to the paint, and he ended up fouling Hernangomez. So that'll bring back another 2 free throws for the Pelicans. And the Pelicans have been playing very good basketball this season, especially without Brandon Ingram, who's missing some time for them. They have guys like Larry Nance Jr., and they have guys like Jackson Hayes and Jose Alvarado who've been really stepping up. Larry Nance Jr. is not going to play in this game. The first foul shot by Hernangomez goes up, and that's in. And this season, he's averaging about 5.5 points. He's been all around the league, Willie Hernangomez. And the second foul shot, that goes up, and that's good. That'll bring it back to a 5-point lead. Both teams combined 9 for 9. Embiid passes it, and the ball almost goes out of bounds, but Niang picks it back up. Embiid passing it, and the ball gets stolen away by the New Orleans Pelicans. Jackson Hayes ends up getting the steal, and Matisse Thybulle gets called for the transition foul. 24-19 still. Thybulle, known as a defensive specialist for the 76ers, arguing with the ref about the transition foul, and Najee Marshall will be going to the line to shoot a free throw, and that's up, and it's no good. So with the transition foul, the Pelicans do end up getting the ball back. Doc Rivers having some words with the referee as well, out of frustration. Let's see here. I mean, it looked like it was a transition foul as there was some contact there. And the Pelicans, they do get the ball back, and the ball goes to CJ McCollum, who will lob it up to Willie Hernangomez, and he puts it up and in, and he's also fouled. Shake Milton gets called for the foul there, and it's now 24-21. Where is that coming from? I apologize. Where is that coming from? There it is. I apologize about that. Yo, what's good, man? 24-22 is the score. Sorry about all of that. McCollum puts up a 3-pointer from the top of the key. Won't go. The ball got tipped out by Valanciunas, but it got tipped to Maxey. Maxey in those yellow shoes throws the ball. It almost went over Niang's head. Maxey, again with a screen by Embiid, puts up a three. Can't get that one to fall, and C.J. McCollum grabs a rebound. 2:20 left to go in the first quarter. McCollum passing it back outside to Marshall. Marshall bounce pass to Jonas Valanciunas, who comes cutting into the basket, and he puts it up and in, and now the game is tied. 2-2 is the score, 24-24. That is, and Doc Rivers calls timeout with 2:09 left to go here in the first quarter. So a little bit of a momentum change as the Pelicans have come answering back. And with 2:09 left, we'll be right back here for more 76ers basketball. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all staying warm on this cold. It's actually not so cold outside. I haven't been outside in when did I come home? I came home around 3 o'clock or so. So I haven't been outside in 6 hours, but it was a nice day today. It felt like spring. I don't know why. This weather has been acting very crazy here in South Jersey in the Philadelphia area, but I'll take it. I love springtime weather. It's the best type of weather. It's good weather to walk in. It's good weather to play with the dog in as well. I have a little golden, well, she's not a little golden doodle, but I call her, she is my baby. She's awesome. Her name is Reese, like a peanut butter cup. She's a golden doodle. She actually has an ear infection, but she went to the vet today, and I think things are going to go well. We had to get her some more ear drops. My mom and I had a hard time finding them the other night, but we ended up finding them. She was scratching her ear like crazy, and I felt so bad for her, poor baby. But she's a cutie pie. If you're new to my channel, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. If you're new to this channel, make sure that you like this video. Make sure that you comment down below and hit the bell icon too, so that way you know when I post something or when I go live, just like tonight. Again, appreciate all the love and the support. Now it's starting to get a little bit hot in here. I probably should open the windows, and I'll do that right after the first quarter's done. But the 76ers had 24-24. That's the score. Here in New Orleans at the Smoothie King Arena. They are taking on the Pelicans, and then tomorrow they will be traveling to Oklahoma City for a back-to-back. Excuse me. Over the last 3 games, James Harden has been playing very good basketball, and he has had a total of 74 points, and also the crazier stat is that he has 46 assists combined in his last 3 games. And in that game against the Clippers, he had 20 points and 21 assists. So he's been playing great. Here's Shake Milton passing it to George Niang for 3 on the far wing, that is, and no, that's no good. Rebound by Marshall. Here's Alvarado back in the game for the Pelicans. Zion Williamson on the other end. Bounce pass to Marshall, and Zion Williamson's going to be called for the offensive foul, that is, and the Sixers will get the ball back. So actually, Marshall was called for the travel. That's what it was. I thought Williamson made a little bit of contact, but I guess not. So the Sixers now will get the ball, and they're trying to look to go ahead here. Shake Milton comes back into the game. Niang hands it off to Maxey. Maxey back to Milton. Milton back to Maxey at the top of the wing. That back into the far corner for George Niang for 3. It's up and it's in. 27-24. Niang coming in, averaging about 40% from the 3-point line. He's been shooting the ball very well throughout this entire season. Sixers today, 2 for 10 from beyond the arc. Inside is Valanciunas here, being guarded by Montrezl Harrell. Forgot to mention that he came back in. Here's Alvarado for a three. It's short and it won't go. Tucker tips it, and the ball ends up getting rebounded by Niang. Maxey on the other end at the Toyota sign, being guarded by Williamson. Hands it off, and that will be the Shake Milton, who's being guarded by Alvarado. Milton gets the ball stripped, and it's stolen away by Najee Marshall, who puts it up and goes coast to coast, and that's in. And the Pelicans are back down by 1. 50 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Another turnover as Jose Alvarado comes up with the steal and the alley-oop pass to Zion Williamson. Oh, man. Is that going to count? They haven't updated the scoreboard yet. It's 27-26, though. 44 and a half minutes to go. That's the fourth steal on the game for the Pelicans. And, oh, he didn't end up making that. I thought he did. I thought he made the alley-oop. But nope, he did not. He didn't even get full possession of the ball. Williamson will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws, that means. And the first foul shot is up, and that's good. Zion Williamson this season has been absolutely terrific. He's averaging 25.8 points per game, also 7 rebounds, and 4.5 assists as well. Free throw-wise, he is shooting about 71.5% from the charity stripe. And he puts that one up, and it's in. And just like that, it's an 11-3 run for the Pelicans. Sixers down by 1. 37 seconds to go in the first quarter. Montrezl Harrell hands it off inside to Maxey, and the ball gets stolen away once again. That's the third straight possession that's happened. There's an alley-oop pass that goes up, and Williamson can't get a handle of that one, and it goes right out of bounds. He wanted to go down with that one hard, and he was not able to do so. So the Sixers get the ball back. 25.1 seconds left in the first quarter to be exact. Williamson was flying up there. Here's Shake Milton. 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 1 second separating the shot clock from the game clock. Sixers down by 1. They did have an early 10-2 lead, or 10-4 lead that was at the time. PJ Tucker passes it back out to George Niang, and the ball gets turned over. That's the 5th straight turnover by the Sixers, and with 7.2 seconds to go, the Pelicans can try to extend their lead here. It was a bad pass. George Niang was on the near corner, out towards the three-point line, and it was just nowhere near him. Williamson gets the ball. 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Back out to Murphy for 3. That's up, and it's in. 1 second to go. Maxey for a prayer. That's no good. And it's now 31-27. And just like that, the Sixers will go into the second quarter down by 4, and they hope to try to take the lead back pretty soon as they go into the second quarter. I'll be right back. Wow, what a game so far. Hope you're all enjoying this content. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. It's I said that I'd have to open the window. All right, give me just a second. I apologize. Be right back. All right, I'm back. There we go. That was pretty quick. What other scores do we have going on in the NBA? Let's take a look. Very quickly. If you're new to my channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. I'm a broadcaster from Voorhees, New Jersey, and I currently intern at NFL Films in Mount Laurel, and I'm a studio intern there. So that's a lot of fun. It's been a really awesome, positive experience, getting to connect with a lot of people, working on shows like Good Morning Football, the NFL Matchup Show, and the Amazon Pile-On. That's been really cool. So definitely have had a lot of great experiences there, and have enjoyed my time so far, to say the least. What other scores do we have going on? Where is it? Okay, there's the scores. Wizards are up 110-92 against the Orlando Magic in Orlando. The Magic are 13-23 this season. So the Wizards scored 42 points in the third quarter. What? Wow, that's wild. Lakers up 91-89 against the Atlanta Hawks. The Raptors are up 78-68 against the Phoenix Suns. And then the game that's in halftime, the only game that's in halftime is the Bulls and the Pistons. And the Bulls lead that one 60-58. The Bulls are 15-19 this season. That is crazy because they have so many great players individually with DeMar DeRozan. I mean, Lonzo's not healthy, but they have so many guys. And you would think that they would have a better record. Nikola Vucevic, that's wild. Sixers down by 4. Pelicans get the ball to start things off here in the second quarter as the Sixers won the tip-off. Williamson goes up out against the trees, and he puts it up with the left hand and in. He took it right to the cup, and now it's a 6-0 or 7-0 run that is for the Pelicans. Maxey passes it back out to Milton. Milton gets a screen by PJ Tucker. Milton hands it off back to Maxey. Maxey with a fadeaway jump shot. That's up, and it's good. Welcome back, Tyrese Maxey. And the Sixers are now down by 4. Big shot by Tyrese. Niang tried to play defense on Zion Williamson, who ended up missing his first layup, and then he got his own miss and put it back up and in. That's unfortunate because that's what Zion Williamson does. He is a phenomenal athlete, and that's why. Maxey back to Niang for another 3. Won't go. That was a little bit to the left. And a rebound by Valanciunas. Alvarado being double teamed. Passing it back out to Valanciunas. Valanciunas back out to Najee Marshall. Marshall, who made that big 3 to end the first quarter. Williamson up and inside. And he gets the friendly bounce. And he now is 10 points on the day. Milton, what's he going to do? Passes it to Montrezl Harrell. Harrell back to Maxey. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Maxey put it up the layup, and that's no good. Pelicans getting another rebound. Alvarado thought about shooting the 3, decided not to. Alvarado and Valanciunas were playing tag a little bit, and the ball got stolen away. Niang for 3 for the Sixers. Won't go. He's missed about 3. And Williamson grabs his miss. Sixers can't buy a bucket here in this second quarter so far. Williamson goes up with the contact, and a foul will be called. It'll be a blocking foul on PJ Tucker. And the shot will count as the ball did end up going in, so it's now going to be a 3-point opportunity for Zion Williamson, and the Pelicans are looking to go up by 11. An 8-2 run to start off the second quarter. Not such a great quarter for the 76ers so far. And it's a little bit tough too, because you really have to try to put a lot of bodies on this man. And, the more bodies you put on him, well, he can pass it out to a wide open 3-point shooter and they can knock things down. So whether it's Najee Marshall, whether it's Jose Alvarado, and Williamson ends up missing the foul line jump shot, and he ends up grabbing his own rebound. It was a long rebound. Then he gets fouled once again by Montrezl Harrell. So he will be going to the line to shoot 2 more free throws. Harrell went in there, and he ended up hitting the left elbow, it looked like. And Williamson, his foul shot was way short. And he's happy he's going back to the charity stripe. Beautiful crowd at the Smoothie King Arena in New Orleans. 76ers basketball will continue tomorrow night too. First foul shot by Williamson is up, and it does not get a friendly bounce. So he's 0 for 2 within his last couple of free throws. 9:47 left, and Williamson was going to take the shot, but he ended up giving it to the ref as I guess the ball was a little bit wet or something. There was something wrong with the ball that Williamson just did not like. And with that, a timeout is called by Willie Green and the Pelicans. And the Sixers are up by 10. Don't know what they're saying about the basketball. That's a little bit weird. I've never seen anything like that before where a player will just give the ball back to the ref and just try to examine the ball. That's a little bit weird. I don't know what they're looking for. They hand it off to a trainer, and timeout is called by the Pelicans, but yeah, that's a little bit crazy. Never seen anything like that before. And the Sixers will be right back in just a few moments. Oh, so they're showing the replay, and Zion's thumb was bleeding, so that's what it was, and there was no timeout. But I thought I saw a signal. 39-29. The third free throw, that time goes up, and it's no good. So Williamson 0 for 3 from the foul line. He does have 12 points. He's 2 for 5 from the charity stripe. He had his first 2, but missed his last 3. Milton on the near corner puts up a floater, and it's up and good. 39-31. Sixers down by 8. 9.5 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Williamson almost got the ball stolen away. The ball ended up getting deflected by Tobias Harris, and the ball ends up going out of bounds. Ugh, where's that noise coming from? There it is. That's so annoying. I have to find a way to mute that thing. Every time I mute it, it just keeps going back on. 39-31. Pelicans up by 8. Sixers down by 8. 9 minutes left to go. Here's Harden as he will put up a step-back three-pointer. That's up, and it's good. Oh, man, he hit that one right in front of Jackson Hayes. And that's a big-time shot for the 76ers. 39-34. Forgot to also mention that we do have another substitution. So Hayes ended up coming back into the game. That's what it was. Alvarado puts up a floater. It's up, and the ball gets stripped, and he tried to get the ball back, and he did. And then he finally ends up getting called for the turnover there. So it was a shot clock violation. That's what it was. And the Sixers will get the ball back. Great defense by the Sixers. Love what they were able to do on that side. 8:25 left to go in the second quarter. Harden, Niang, Harrell, Milton, and Harris in for the Sixers. James Harden tried to pass the ball to Niang, and the ball gets stolen away and intercepted by Alvarado, who will put up the layup, and that's up and good. So Alvarado having his way is making a big impact so far, and Niang is going to get called for the transition foul as he ended up bumping into Alvarado right before the inbound pass was made, and the Pelicans get the ball back. Another turnover by the 76ers. They've been pretty careless with the ball at times here in this first half, and that has come back to bite them. That was actually going to be on James Harden. My mistake. (41-34). So that'll be the second foul. And the pass goes to Alvarado. 17 points off the turnovers for the Pelicans, and Milton gets the steal on the bad play by Alvarado. And Milton ends up going to the far corner, and he's fouled. 7:58 left to go here in the second quarter. And the Sixers will go back to the line, or will inbound the basketball from the far sideline. And Alvarado will come in and take a seat. McCollum comes back into the game for Jose Alvarado. He's been playing very great basketball for the Pelicans this season. Harden gets the inbound pass to him off of the inbounder by D'Anthony Melton. Melton thought about taking the three, puts it up from the right side, and he takes it to the cup and finishes it with the right hand. 41-36. McCollum bounce pass to Valanciunas, puts up a baby hook, and that's too strong. Niang grabs another rebound. And the Sixers trying to cut the deficit to at least 3. Harden with another bad pass, and the ball gets intercepted by McCollum, who puts up another 3. It goes, and it's up and in. Almost bounced out, but almost doesn't count. 44-36. Harrell, on the other end, answers back with a bucket of his own as he ends up getting it to the right side. Another three-pointer goes up by Marshall, and that's in. That time from the near corner, and McCollum grabs himself another assist right there. Just like that, it's 47-38. The Pelicans are shooting 6 for 11 from downtown. Meanwhile, the Sixers not putting up their end of the bargain as they're 3 for 14 from beyond the perimeter. I'll be right back in just a few moments. Timeout called by Doc Rivers and the 76ers. All right, give me 1 sec. I'm going to be right back really quickly. I had to take my hat off. I know that I have hat hair, but that was making me feel really hot and uncomfortable. But welcome back in. I'm Jason Joseph. I also had to turn the fan on too because I opened the windows and it still is like really, really hot in here. When you do this for a while, it's tough. But sometimes you do have to make the most out of the conditions. I won't always have the luxury of being in air conditioning. Sometimes I'm gonna have to be in the heat. Sometimes I'm gonna have to be in all different types of weather, but not today, and not for this channel. That fan's making a lot of noise. Let me turn it down. There we go. That's better. If you're new to my channel, first of all, my name is Jason Joseph. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure that you like, make sure that you subscribe, hit the notification bell. We cover 76ers basketball, Patriots football, Phillies baseball. We will also be doing some playoff games for the NFL once the Patriots are out, regardless of how far they go. And yeah, so looking forward to this. I've been doing stuff on this channel for about 2 weeks or so it's been a very interesting experience. You know, I'm learning a lot. I'm getting in more and more reps, and just trying to make the most out of everything. Water. That was good. You ever get like those moments where you just like take a sip of water and you're just like, I hit the spot. That hit the spot. It did. Okay, so the game does resume now. 47-38. Sixers are down by 9. Harden gets the ball. He's being guarded by Hayes. Still is in there for the Pelicans. The Anthony Melton bounce pass to Embiid. Embiid back to Harden. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Harden bounce pass to Joel, who has great court vision inside, finds a cutting George Niang, and he puts up a reverse layup, and it's up and in, 47-40. Wasn't necessarily a reverse layup, but it was an underhanded reverse finish, if that makes any sort of sense. McCollum puts up another 3. That's up, and it's good. That's his 4th three-pointer that he's made in this game so far. And the Pelicans, they're up by 10, 50-40. They're now 7 for 12 from downtown. D'Anthony Melton for 3. Way too strong. Long rebound by Marshall. Marshall back outside to McCollum for another 3. It's good. 13 point lead for the Pelicans, and the Sixers are down 53-40. McCollum has 17 points in this game, almost at 17 threes. Harden with another turnover right there as the ball gets loose. Marshall back out to McCollum for his 6th 3 of the game. It's up and good. Oh, man, CJ McCollum feeling himself as he has scored the last 9 points for the Pelicans, and the Sixers are down by 16. He already has 20 points in this game so far with 5:40 left, and Doc Rivers has had enough, and he calls another timeout. Whew, man, wow. He's lighting it up from downtown. Sometimes, though, I realize, like, even though I'm doing Sixers games, the thing that's really important that broadcasting networks really do care about is they care about you showing bias for their network. That's obviously a very important thing, because if you're, showing enthusiasm for the other team and not yours, you have to try to come up with a level of that. And some networks, depends on the area. Some markets, like, they're very different when it comes to those types of things. I learned about that when certain people came to speak to me at Pizza with the Pros. So sometimes it depends on, like, what the radio station is and where it is. Like, it's really important for broadcasters to try to figure out, like, what types of markets they're going into whenever they make a deal and that type of a thing, because you just, like, you don't realize it, but they have to do things a certain way. They have to say things a certain way, and they can't, like, there's just a whole lot that goes into it. I could probably talk about it for hours, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to lecture anybody, because I'm Jason Joseph, and if you're new to my channel, make sure that you like this video. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Cover 76ers basketball, Patriots football, and Phillies baseball as well. Once it's springtime, which it does act like today that it is springtime because of the way that the weather is. But I hope that you're all doing well. Comment down below whether or not you like this content. I appreciate the honesty, and I appreciate the love and the support. What's going on? Who else just joined in? We have 2 people listening on YouTube. Okay. We have 1 person on Twitch. We have 1 person on Facebook. So that's cool. Okay. That's good. We're definitely growing. I keep telling everybody, this is, I'm planning on spending a lot of time with this, because this is what I want to do. And this, I think, could really help me in a lot of ways. 56-40 as the game is just back on now. They're out of the timeout. And the Pelicans are up by 16. CJ McCollum lighting it up from downtown. He already has 20 points in this game. And just like that, my stream just froze. Oof. Okay. I got to reload it. That's funny, because, like, that ended up, one of the worst things that happened was when I was doing Blue Coats basketball, and the stream just stopped. But I had to keep going. I actually ended up sending it right over to the break, but I was very smooth about it. I didn't panic, nothing, because you can't do that, because it's radio, But, all right, so the stream froze on me. Hopefully we don't miss too much. Apologize about the technical difficulties. Take another sip of water. Okay, we're back. Harden with a 3 from the far wing. It's good. 56-43, and the Sixers answer right back with a 3-point shot of their own. Hayes, what's he going to do? He's on the near corner, being guarded by Harden. Passes it to McCollum. McCollum almost loses his dribble. 8 seconds on the shot clock. There's a 3 that goes up by Marshall, and that's no good. Harden grabs another rebound. 5 turnovers for James Harden on the day. Harden against Jackson Hayes now gets the switch that he wants. And Embiid comes in with the screen, and Niang fires up another 3. No good. And another rebound by the Pelicans. The shots just aren't falling for the 76ers. They weren't falling in the last game either. Here's Marshall. Marshall back to Valanciunas, and Marshall Gets the ball back. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Valanciunas puts up a floater. It's way too strong. Grabs his own rebound, and he puts it back in. Not once, but twice. 58-43. 4:07 to go here in the second quarter. Embiid with a three from the top of the perimeter. That's good. And the Sixers now down by a dozen. So they have responded a little bit since the timeout was called. Less than 4 minutes to go. Embiid now has 18 points on the day, in case you're wondering. McCollum for another three. Wow. Oh, man, he is just feeling himself. He's made 5 threes in this quarter alone. 23 points for CJ. Here's Harden. Back to Tobias Harris. Almost thought about shooting a three, but then Embiid told him to go right inside. Embiid ends up going up with the shot, and the ball ends up going out of bounds. It was deflected by a Pelican, and the Sixers will get the ball back with 5 seconds left here in the second quarter. Man, CJ's been unbelievable. 7 3-pointers. He's 7 for 10 from downtown, shooting 70%. Unbelievable. Here's Niang, takes it to the cup, decided not to finish it, and instead passed it back out to Tobias Harris, who was wide open for three, and he missed it. Don't know why Niang did that. But McCollum, let's see what they do here. They do try to double team him, and he hands it off, and the ball finds Valanciunas, who puts up a baseline jump shot, won't go. 3 minutes exactly left in change here in the second quarter. Sixers get the ball back. Embiid lost his dribble, gets the ball stolen away, and Valanciunas comes up with it. Marshall inside, back to Valanciunas for the alley-oop pass. 63-46, and the Sixers, just like that, within a blink of an eye, are down by 17. Embiid back to Melton for a three. Can't buy a bucket here in the second quarter, and another rebound goes to the Pelicans. For less than 2.5 minutes left, McCollum has been shooting the ball absolutely well here in the second quarter. Still no Zion Williamson yet. Valanciunas will hand it off to McCollum with 3 seconds on the shot clock. McCollum puts up a shot. That time it's no good. It was a floater, and Harden grabbed his rebound. 2 minutes left. Harden for a three. Again, that's good. So James Harden keeping the 76ers afloat here in the second quarter. And now there's less than 2 minutes to go. 1:52 left to be exact in the second quarter. Embiid gets the steal off of the bad pass by McCollum, and he puts it up, and he puts down the jam. And the Sixers are down by a dozen. 98 seconds left here in the first half. The pass was supposed to go to Valanciunas, but Embiid took it right from him. Here's Williamson at the logo. Williamson driving on Tobias Harris. Puts it up, and the ball ends up going out of bounds, and the Sixers will get the ball back. Niang inbounds it, working very quickly for the Sixers. DeAnthony Melton being double-teamed. Passes it back out to a wide-open Embiid, who then takes it to the cup, but a foul will be called on Valanciunas. 1:15 left in the second quarter. The Sixers, they still have a chance to make this a single-digit ball game, a single-digit deficit. That's what I was trying to say. Embiid, great court vision there to Tobias Harris, who passes back outside to Niang for a three on the near wing, and that's good. And the Sixers do cut the lead to single digits. It's now 63-54. Less than a minute to go. Sixers on an 8-0 run, which is unbelievable. McCollum for another three. Too strong. Tobias Harris tips it out to James Harden for a long rebound. Harden goes up inside, and he puts it up and in. And the Sixers are on a 10-0 run within a blink of an eye there, too. 47.5 seconds to go in the second quarter. James Harden out into the transition has been unbelievable this entire season. Hasn't necessarily had the best game so far. He's made some big-time threes, and he put up a nice layup there. But he's been turning the ball over a lot. And the foul shot goes up as he was fouled on the play. Didn't even notice that. And it's 63-57. Sixers are down by 6. McCollum being guarded by DeAnthony Melton. They have not sent the double team out. Here's Williamson. Backing down Tobias Harris on the left below block, and he's fouled. Tobias tried to grab all ball as Williamson ended up getting some contact with that right hand. And Williamson, who's 2 for 5 from the foul line, he made his first 2 foul shots, then missed his last 3. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 more. Puts that one up, and he gets the friendly bounce that time. 50% he's shooting from the charity stripe in this game. And we have some more substitutions coming in for both teams. Daniels comes in. And Williamson will put up the next foul shot, and that's good. 65-57. 28 seconds left. 8 seconds separating the shot clock from the game clock. Harden, what's he going to do? There's the double team that comes their way. George Niang back out to Tobias Harris for a 3. He connects. And with 13.8 seconds left, the Sixers are down by 5, remarkably, as the Pelicans were just up by 17. Williamson, reverse, puts it up and in. 67-60, 4.8 seconds to go. Niang gets the ball stolen away and intercepted by Jackson Hayes. McCollum for a 3. Buzzer beater, won't fall. And the 76ers will go into halftime down 67-60, as they were down by as many as 17 points within only like a minute and a half ago, it felt like. And they will now go into halftime down by 7. So they do cut the lead to single digits, and they try to come back here. They've been shooting the ball better, or they shot the ball better at the end of the second quarter. And we're going to take a step off for a little bit, but we'll be right back in 10 minutes. Okay, 9:48. That's when we're going to be back. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Play by Play with JJ. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back, guys. What's going on? What's going on? You have to take the comment off. Whoops. There we go. Had to also change my shirt. It's getting kind of hot up here, even though I have the fan on and I have the window on too. But hope you're all doing well. If you're new to my channel, this is Play by Play with JJ. Appreciate all the love and the support. Make sure that you like this video. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Hit the thumbs up button. Sixers down 68-7 or 70. Man, I can't speak. They're down 67-60. I almost said 76. I almost said 68. And I was thinking of 86. Like, oh man. But 67-70 is the score. 67-60 is the score. That's tough for me to say. That's such a tongue twister. Huh. Lots of S's in that. Okay. But yeah, 67-60. There we go. And the Sixers will try to get over this hump. They were down by 17 points with like 2.5 minutes left, and then they just made it a 7-point game. CJ McCollum has been shooting the lights out of the stadium here at the Smoothie King Arena. He has 23 points. He's made 8 threes. He's made 7 threes, that is, and also a layup as well. So he's been absolutely terrific. He was lighting it up in that third quarter. He's feeling himself, and hopefully the 76ers can try to play better defense on him, utilize the double teams a little bit more, and just figure out what they can do in order to stop him, because he's been unstoppable. But this is what makes the Pelicans really good, when they have guys like him and Zion Williamson, who ends up throwing the ball away. I'm not muted. Am I muted? No, I'm not muted. You scared me for a sec. You're the one that's on mute. 67-60, and there's a shot that goes up, and that's good. So back in for the New Orleans Pelicans is Trey Murphy, who ends up making that big three. And it's now 70-60. Tobias Harris on the other end for the 76ers has been awfully quiet in this game so far. Goes up with a turnaround jump shot, and it's short, and it hits the front of the rim. Valanciunas on the other side Williamson passes it to Valanciunas, and Valanciunas puts up a baby hook, and that's in. 72-60. That's the score. And that layup that time goes up, and that's good. Making the layup that time is Joel Embiid, as he puts it up and in. And Embiid will go to the foul line to shoot one more free throw. Embiid has not gone to the line tonight. And this first free throw is up, and that's in. So the Sixers are down by 9. Embiid is 23 points. It's 9 for 12 from the field. McCollum being guarded by Anthony Melton, passes it to Valanciunas, does not get the friendly bounce as he was inside the foul line to put up a jumper. That's no good. Harden on the other end gets a screen from Embiid. The behind the back pass to Joel at the foul line. Embiid, no look pass to Tobias Harris on the far wing for 3. Won't go. Another rebound. That time by Najee Marshall. That's who it was. Oof. 72-63. McCollum with the floater. That time, it's no good. He's fouled. So McCollum will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. And Tobias Harris he'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. And McCollum is looking for his 24th and his 25th point of the game. Harris is looking over at the the refs here. And he puts that foul shot up, and that's up and in. So it's now 72-64 with that foul line jump shot. Sixers are trying to inch it a little bit closer as it's now 74-63. Harris gives it up to Joel Embiid. Back outside, the ball's being passed around the timeline to DeAnthony Melton for a wide open three. And that's good. It's now 74-66 ball game. And the Sixers are down by 8. Williamson back outside. Here's Marshall on the inside. Pass to Zion Williamson. Goes up with the reverse. Can't finish it. And PJ Tucker will grab another rebound. And James Harden, who gets fouled on the play, will most likely go to the line for another 2 free throws. So 74-66, 9 minutes left in the third quarter. Harris to Embiid on the low block. Embiid passing it around the timeline, gets the ball swung on to him, and he puts up a jump shot, and he's fouled. So he'll go to the line to shoot 2 more free throws. Joel Embiid has been unbelievable in this game and has been continuing to add on to what has been an awesome season for him. He's up there in the MVP conversation, along with Luka Doncic and, of course, the reigning MVP in Nikola Jokic. Giannis Antetokounmpo also having a pretty good season too. There's a lot of players, though, that have been playing really well as of lately. 74-67. Embiid puts up another foul line shot, and it's up and no good. 24 points for Joel. There's a shot, a floater that goes up, and it rattles in by Zion Williamson, who ends up making a big 2-point basket. Anthony Melton bounce pass to Joel Embiid. Embiid takes it inside, but he's fouled on the play. So there's 8:22 left to go here in the third quarter. Embiid gets the inbound pass to him. Embiid played at Kansas, and he puts up another jump shot, and he's going to be fouled. So he will shoot 2 more free throws, and then we'll go back to the charity stripe. He's been very aggressive here in the second half so far. Love the cuts that he's making over to the basket. He's also been really dominant on the offensive side. The glass, he's been doing a lot better. And I think that's really been a common theme for the Sixers this season. There's nothing to do with this, as Embiid will miss the first foul shot. But Embiid has done a really good job at being aggressive, taking the ball to the cup, putting up a Euro step, hitting mid-range jumpers. He can literally just do it all. And he plays really solid defense, too, for a center. And he hits that free throw, and the Sixers are down by 8, 76-68. That's the score. Williamson puts it up, gets the ball stripped and stolen away by PJ Tucker. And Embiid will get the ball back again at the top of the key. Puts up an elbow jump shot. It's too strong. Won't go. Rebound by Marshall. Marshall back to CJ McCollum for another 3, and he hits it. 8 threes for CJ. His career high. I don't even know what his career high is. I have to look that up. 8 for 12, though he is from downtown. Embiid inside, going up against Valanciunas, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line for 1 more free throw as he converts on the layup, and will be fouled by Willie Hernan Gomez. Again, Joel utilizing that size, knows that Hernan Gomez is going to do everything that he can to try to foul him. And he just, once again, does a great job at getting the basketball and taking the right to the cup. Timeout called. 76ers will be right back in just a few moments. I will also be right back in just a few moments, too. Be right back. '76ers basketball coming back on in just a few seconds as the timeout is just about over. I'm Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Hope you're all having yourselves a great night, that you're staying warm, and that you're staying cozy. Sixers in New Orleans on the first night of a back-to-back against the Oklahoma City Thunder. They'll be playing them tomorrow. They're playing against the Pelicans tonight. And leading the way for the New Orleans Pelicans is C.J. McCollum with 28 points. He has made 8 threes. He's 8 for 12 from downtown. And Embiid on the other end has been absolutely terrific too. He has turned the ball over 3 times, but he does have 6 rebounds, and he has 2 assists and also 28 points. So the second foul shot goes up, and that's in. So that'll make it 79-71. That's the score, and the Sixers are down by 8, so they're still within striking distance. Anything can happen here. Williamson backing down P.J. Tucker. Williamson with the jump shot. Won't go. It's short. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker to D'Anthony Melton. Inside. Takes it under the basket. Now hands it off to Embiid, and Embiid takes it to the cup himself and throws down the jam. It looked like it was a sledgehammer that was just coming right down, or a bulldozer, coming right down the lane. And on the other end, an offensive foul is going to be called. It'll be a turnover by the New Orleans Pelicans, as Hernan Gomez committed the offensive foul, and the Sixers will get the ball back here. They're down by 6, 79-73. Embiid taking on Valanciunas back outside. There's a three-pointer that goes up. It's no good by D'Anthony Melton, and another rebound goes to Hernan Gomez. That is. Williamson, again, still in for the Pelicans, as on the day he has 18 points, and Valanciunas goes up with that shot, and that's up and good, 81-73. Sixers are down by 8 with 6 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Harden inside, bounce pass to P.J. Tucker, who goes up with a reverse layup. Wow, that was a nice pass, but a better basket by P.J. Tucker. 81-75 now. Here's McCollum, who puts up another three. And a foul. Oh my goodness. 9 threes made by CJ McCollum. He is putting on a show at the Smoothie King Arena in front of his own home crowd. 84-75. McCollum was on the near wing. Embiid went up with the contact, hit him right on the right hand, and he will go to the line for a 4-point play. And he puts that up, and it's good, and that'll put the Pelicans up in double digits. 32 points by CJ McCollum. They have not updated the graphic yet. It still says 29 points, but now it is 30. And Harden turns the ball over once again. The alley-oop pass, it was a long alley-oop pass all the way to Marshall, and he was not able to throw it down as the ball ended up going out of bounds. Willie Green loving what he's seeing from the defensive side of the Pelicans. So, here's Harden now on the top of the key. Gives it up to Embiid. Embiid directing traffic here. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Embiid again to the basket, and he puts it in. Slams it down with another dunk. Sixers have been hanging around. They haven't gotten over this hump yet, though. Valanciunas inside to Jackson Hayes, and a foul will be called as Hernan Gomez was fouled that time. Willie Hernan Gomez spent some time with the Knicks. He's been like all around the NBA. It feels like everywhere. It feels like he's played for almost like every team, except for the Sixers. But Harris will take a seat, and coming in for Tobias Harris will be Tyrese Maxey. He actually ends up coming in for PJ Tucker. George Niang comes back into the game. McCollum for another three. Won't go, and he's fouled once again. So this time he will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws, I believe. But the Pelicans are up 85-77. Sixers trying to not go down again and be on a 2-game losing streak. That's not what they want to do here. McCollum's first foul shot goes up, and that's no good. And it is going to be a 3-point opportunity for him at the foul line. So the first foul shot's no good. Big crowd at the Smoothie King Arena in New Orleans. I'd love to go to New Orleans. Still have not been there yet. And McCollum makes the second foul shot. So he's 1 for 2 on this possession at the line. My sister did go to New Orleans. She ended up having a really great time. And the third foul shot is good. So McCollum goes 2 for 3 on that possession. And the Sixers are down by 10. Maxey back in for the Sixers. Hands it off to Embiid, who's being guarded by Hernan Gomez on the low block. Now the double team comes in, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you put 3 guys on him. Embiid is just going to find his way, and that's what he does right there. Another nice play where he just cut right to inside to the basket. He was turning away, and then he turned back in, and he just put it up with the right hand, and it ended up going in. McCollum passed to Jackson Hayes. Hayes back outside to McCollum. McCollum fakes taking the 3. Almost got Milton to buy that. Milton ends up getting the ball stripped, and the ball is ended up going to be turned over by Hernan Gomez, who's going to be called for the foul. Ball ends up going out of bounds. They're actually going to reverse that call, and D'Anthony Melton's going to be called for the foul. They're talking things over now with the refs. That's a little bit confusing because the ball was bounced off of McCollum's leg, and then D'Anthony Melton went after it, and it looked like he got all ball there, as the ball did go out of bounds. So the ref's like, Doc, do you want to challenge that or something? Because they're not going to review it, but the call that'll be is D'Anthony Melton with the foul. Very interesting. So Hernan Gomez goes to the charity stripe to shoot 2 free throws, and the first one goes up, and that's in. He's 4 for 4 from the line tonight. Hernan Gomez spending some time with the Knicks. He has also been playing all around the NBA. He's played for a lot of other teams too. Shake Milton comes in for the 76ers. That'll be one substitution. Also, Matisse Thybulle comes into the game as well. He's subbing in for D'Anthony Melton. The second foul shot is up, and that's in by Hernan Gomez. He would be shooting 3 free throws. Forgot to also mention that. 89-79. Thybulle comes in, and D'Anthony Melton takes a seat. 4:14 left in the third quarter. Sixers are trying to go 9 for their last 10. And the third foul shot's no good, and it's rebounded by Thybulle. So Hernan Gomez goes 2 for 3 from the foul line. Shake Milton passes it to Joel. Embiid ends up, there's a loose ball foul that gets called on, it's a defensive 3-second violation called on CJ McCollum. So that's going to be a technical foul on him. And he's a little confused, talking to the ref over towards his left side about what just happened. And then Embiid will take the foul shot, and he puts it up, and it's in. And just like that, the Sixers will also get the ball. So they're down by 9. 4:04 left to go in the third quarter. Maxey with the inbound on the near sideline. Gives it up to Embiid. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Embiid back out to Maxey on the near corner, but then gives it back up to Embiid. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Embiid to Maxey. Maxey goes up with a runner. It's blocked. And it's blocked by Jackson Hayes. And coming up with the steal that time is Marshall Valanciunas on the other end, going up against Joel Embiid. 2 big men going up against each other. Embiid goes up and gets the block on the other end. Tyrese Maxey. He ends up taking it to the top of the wing. But, man, what a block that was by Joel Embiid. He now has the basketball. No look pass to Maxey. The Sixers passing it around the timeline and finds Milton for a 3. It's good. Shake Milton knocks it down from the near corner, and the Sixers are down by 6. 3:15 left to go in the third quarter. McCollum with a 3. Gets blocked by Thybulle. Oh, man, Thybulle came in like a bug. But then McCollum ended up getting the ball back, and throwing that one down was Hernan Gomez. An unlucky bounce by the 76ers. But they're playing really great defense. That was just unfortunate. 91-83. Maxey hands it off to Embiid at the top of the perimeter. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Embiid dancing over Valanciunas, puts it up, and it's short. Won't go. Hayes with another rebound there. Hayes will take it out to the timeline. And he passes it to Hernan Gomez, who then puts up that layup. It was a wild layup that was. And the Embiid grabs the rebound. Embiid out in transition. Will hand it off to, not really hand it off. He throws it to Shake Milton, that is. And he gets the ball back here. Can the Sixers try to cut this lead to 6? Maxey, reverse layup. It's good. He was on the near corner, and he had a couple of defenders on him, was able to whiz right past them. And it is now a 6-point deficit. 2 minutes, 3 seconds left in the third quarter. Sixers were down by as many as 17 points. McCollum, runner. It's good. Another big deuce by CJ McCollum. 34 points on the day for him. He has been unbelievable. 93-85. Maxey, he hasn't really played. He hasn't played a whole lot today. This is his first game back. Yang ends up getting fouled, and he will be fouled that time by Devontae Graham, and a timeout's called by the Sixers. 93-85. 96 seconds left in the third quarter. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Oof. Oh, man. That's interesting. Timeout for the top 5 now. In case you guys are wondering, first of all, my name is Jason Joseph. If you're new to my channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell icon, too. We cover 76ers basketball, Patriots football, and Phillies baseball, and we will also be covering NFL playoffs. So it's now time for our top 5 of the day. Okay, comment down below what your top 5 would be for this specific category. All right, so today's top 5 that we're gonna do today is top 5. I was debating of whether or not to do concerts or if we should just do top 5 songs that are on your playlist right now that you just can't stop listening to. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to do top 5 songs that you just can't stop listening to. One song that I can't stop listening to, for some reason, it's been like my head is called "Searching." It's from the movie The Iron Giant. My brother used to like really love to watch it. And that song has been like stuck in my head for days, and I've been like listening to it like nonstop. I don't know why. I don't know like why it's catchy to me or it's been like catching my attention, but that's one. Another one for me is I have been listening a little bit to the Starboy album by The Weeknd every once in a while, and a song that's been stuck in my head is "Feel It Coming." So that's a really good song. Also, In Your Eyes, that's on there too. Like Maggie Rogers, song that I've been listening to a lot from her is "The Knife," and that's my 4th. And my 5th one, I think this is actually a pretty good one. The 5th one that I've been listening to a lot as of lately is "I Want You" by the Beatles. Again, somehow the Beatles just always come back. Like I take a break from them, and then they just find a way to get me back into things. I mean, not saying that like I mean they're my favorite band of all time. There's a reason why, but sometimes I get on like this whole obsession, and I go on this whole Beatles album listen, and yeah. So I Want You. It's been stuck in my head. But comment down below what your top 5 songs that are on your playlist that are just like songs that you just can't skip right now. Sixers out of their timeout as Shake Milton will inbound it from the baseline. Gives it off to Maxey. Maxey, catch and shoot, won't go. Nice play drawn up by Doc Rivers. The 76ers just couldn't cash it in. Rebounded by the Pelicans. Williamson being guarded by Tucker. That's been the matchup that they've gone to throughout this entire night. Williamson has his way as he goes up to the rim, and he will finish it with that right hand. 95-85. Shake Milton to Montrezl Harrell, who comes in for Joel Embiid. Maxey, runner, floater, no good, but Montrezl Harrell tips it in. I was a little nervous that he was going to be called for basket interference, but it did hit the rim. Or it didn't hit the rim that time. And the Sixers are down by 8. Williamson, again, puts it up and in with that right hand on the left side of the baseline. Ended up going down that lane as well. Shake Milton on the near corner, directing traffic for the Sixers. 36 seconds in the third quarter. Milton wants Williamson, and he's fouled by Zion. Zion Williamson had a phenomenal year at Duke. He was absolutely sensational. And he's been terrific so far this season for the Pelicans. So the Sixers are down by 10. What's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. And Shake Milton will be going to the charity stripe to shoot 2 free throws. Milton puts up the first one, and that's in. Shake is trying to keep the Sixers afloat in this ball game. They are down by 9, 31.9 seconds left here in the third quarter. Milton with the second foul shot. It's short, and it hits the front of the rim, and Williamson grabs his miss. 8 seconds separating the shot clock from the game clock. Williamson with the ball. Hands it off to Hayes. Gets the ball back at the top of the perimeter. Devontae Graham now gets it with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Williamson will go up with that shot. There is a little bit of contact, and finally it was a late whistle right before the shot clock expired, And Montrezl Harrell not happy with the call as he does get called for the foul. It was really late that time. I mean, like about 4 or 5 seconds right after the play was over. And Doc Rivers showing off his frustration as well. 9.5 seconds left. And Williamson will put up his first foul shot, and he gets the green light. 98-88. 9.7 seconds here in the third quarter. Harden will come back into the ball game. The Sixers were down by 17 at one point in the second quarter, and then within a blink of an eye, they cut the deficit to 6 by halftime. Now they're down by 10. Basketball really is a game of runs, if anything, and Doc Rivers still having some words with the refs. Williamson, second foul shot, it's good. 99-88, 9.7 seconds left. He is now 24 points on the day. Milton gets past half court, hands it off to Harden. Harden with the logo 3. Yes! Oh, man, he hit that one from Steph Curry range. There's Jose Alvarado's three-pointer, and that's way off the mark. How about James Harden making that one from 34 feet? Oh, my goodness, unbelievable. And the Sixers, hopefully that can spark some sort of a plug as they're down by 8 going into quarter number 4. 76ers will be right back. Oh, what's going on, guys? Hope you're all doing well. If you're new to my channel, this is Jade. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having a fantastic Friday night. It's been a pretty crazy game so far. Thomas, thank you so much for tuning in, man. Make sure that you hit the like you hit the like button. I'm talking way too fast. I'm stumbling and tripping over my words. But hit the like button. Also, make sure that you subscribe as well if you want to hear me do some more play-by-play content. We cover 76ers basketball. We cover Patriots football. We cover Phillies baseball. And we're also going to be covering the playoffs for the NFL as well. Oh, man, that was an impressive shot by James Harden. Unbelievable, man. That was crazy. But, yeah, so today's top 5. So comment down below. Again, the top 5 is top 5 songs that are on your playlist right now that you just can't stop listening to. Do you guys also use Spotify or Apple Music? Because I use Spotify. I've been using Spotify for, it feels like forever. My sister was the one that got me into it. She got me into a lot of things. I know I bring her up a lot, but she's awesome. I love my sister. But she got me into Spotify, and I've been using it like ever since then, and I use Spotify Premium. I don't know if somebody could like let me know, does Apple Music have like student discounts? I would like to know that. I mean, I'm not a student anymore, but I know Spotify Premium had like the $5.99 plan, and that was really, really good. For a little bit of time though, they like took the lyrics option off the Spotify app, and I didn't like that. And I was actually at one point thinking about using Apple Music because I like looking at lyrics because it's very interesting to me. And I also just like memorizing songs, especially for like rap songs and stuff. Like you have to have the lyrics up. You really do. But they didn't have that on the mobile. No, they didn't have it on the app for a little bit. And that was a little bit frustrating. But I'm happy that they're back, you know. And it's just nice to like listen to music on the go. It is. But yeah, top 5 songs that you've been listening to that have been stuck in your head. They're earworms or they're just songs that you just love, or both. They could be earworms and songs that you just love right now. 99-91. Alvin and the Chipmunks Christmas song. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I used to love Alvin and the Chipmunks. I did. Ian was my man. I also liked Simon. Simon was my favorite chipmunk. But yeah, that's a classic. That's a classic. Fourth quarter just underway for the 76ers as they're down 99-91. They did win the tip-off, so they got the ball first here to start things off. Maxey out there for the Sixers along with Niang, Harden, Tucker, and Harrell. Harden, 5 seconds on the shot clock. On the far wing, being guarded by Williamson. 1 second to go, and he will not be able to put the shot off. Great defense by Zion Williamson. All he had to do was just stay right where he was, and Harden was just not able to get the shot off. That's the 15th turnover by the Sixers. Not such a good sign. That's the 6th turnover by Harden. Alvarado will get the ball at the logo, being guarded by Maxey. Williamson being guarded now by Tucker. On the other end, the Pelicans, they will hand it off to Alvarado. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Alvarado with a runner. It's too strong, but he grabs his own rebound. Back out to Hayes. Or McDaniels, excuse me. And Alvarado being guarded by Maxey now. 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. On the near wing, being double-teamed. Inside, the Jonas Valanciunas won't go. And he ends up getting boxed out by PJ Tucker ends up getting boxed out by Valanciunas, but it's going to be called for the loose ball foul, and the Sixers will get the turnover. The foul is actually going to be on Willie Hernangomez, that is, excuse me. But yes, Tucker will go back on offense, and the Sixers get the ball back. Harden has the half-court logo. What's he going to do? 10:48 left to go, being guarded by Dyson Daniels, that is. A three-point specialist for the Pelicans. Harden with a step-back three. It's good! And he knocks it down. Will the shot count, though? They haven't officially put it up yet. It looks like it went in. Niang passed it right over to James Harden. Got a screen from Niang. And Harden ended up going up with it. Oh, it hit the front of the rim. It looks like from this angle that it did go in. But he's going to go to the charity stripe to shoot 3 free throws. Man, oh man. I thought it went in. Harden's first foul shot is up, and that's good. It's now 99-92. On the day, Zion Williamson, 26 points for him. He's 10 for 16 from the field. Meanwhile, CJ McCollum, 36 points for him so far. He's made 9 threes. And for the Sixers, it's really just been James Harden and Joel Embiid. Harden has 18 points as he knocks down both foul shots. And Embiid has 35. 35, 6, and 3 for the big man. 99-94. And Williamson is going to be taking his time as he dribbles it up the court. 8 assists for James Harden, also 6 turnovers as well. Williamson with the runner inside. That's good. You can't stop that. That is just absolutely deadly. 101-94, and the Pelicans hit the century mark first. Harden with a step-back three. Hits the front of the rim, and Williamson grabs another board. Williamson being guarded by Tucker, who strips the ball, and, oh, man, he's going to be called for the foul. Williamson thought it was all ball, he did think it was all ball, but Williamson happy that a foul was called on Tucker. Tucker not happy with the refs. It just seems like that there have just been certain calls that just haven't gone their way, but it did look like from that angle, from the replay angle, that he made some contact with Williamson. And Willie Hernangomez now, as Williamson was at the foul line. Tucker now gets called for the technical foul. So there will be 3 free throw attempts here, and this is just unbelievable for the Sixers. They can't be making these sort of careless mistakes here, because those are the types of things that really just come back to bite you. So Devontae Graham, their best foul shooter, goes to the charity stripe, and he misses it anyways. So now Williamson will go to the foul line to shoot 2 free throws. PJ gets called for the tech. And it was the right call. It was the right call that they did call the personal foul on him. There was a little bit of contact there. Williamson gets the friendly bounce, and that shot goes in. It just seems like every time both teams have gone to the foul line, there have been 3 free throw attempts per time that they go to the charity stripe. It's a little bit weird, but it's interesting. 102-94. Second foul shot goes up, and that's in. 103-94 now. Sixers down by 9. Zion, 28 points, 5 rebounds. Still no Embiid as of yet. Harden at the Smoothie King logo, being guarded by Williamson. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Harden dancing all over Williamson. No look pass to Maxey. 5 seconds to go. Maxey with the runner. Yes. He connects, and it's now a 7-point deficit. Nice assist by James Harden. That's his 9th. Maxey, when he's able to just take it to the cup, I mean, there's just only so much that you can do right there, too. Williamson again gets fouled by P.J. Tucker. And Williamson will go to the line again. Zion's just having his way. And that matchup with him against P.J. Tucker has just been not working out for the 76ers. And if you're Doc Rivers, you might want to think about, putting in some more pressure on him, especially when he gets hot here in this fourth quarter. The first foul shot, it goes up and it dances around the rim a couple of times, and it goes out. 4 fouls by P.J. Tucker, and just only 2 points as well. In this game, he has played 22 minutes. Williamson, another foul is going to be called. It'll be a free throw lane violation, right? Is that what they're going to call it? A free throw lane violation? Dan Burke gets called for the technical foul. That's exactly what it was. So another technical foul by the 76ers, and they will get a technical free throw by Alvarado, and that's good. Couldn't see who it was off the camera. Dan Burke, the assistant head coach or the assistant coach for the 76ers, who spent time with the Indiana Pacers, gets called for the tech. And Williamson's second foul shot is good. A 9-point lead for the Pelicans. Sixers down 105-96. Harden conducting the offense. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Harden gets fouled by Zion Williamson, and they will be in the act of shooting. So Harden will now go to the charity stripe. Other games going on around the league. Well, the Milwaukee Bucks are up 120-114 against the Minnesota Timberwolves with exactly 37 seconds left. And then we have Golden State taking on the Portland Trail Blazers. It's 38-25. The first quarter is almost over. The Warriors are at home. They've been absolutely dominant on their home court this season. The road has been another story for them. They have not been so good on the road. Harden makes the first foul shot, and the second foul shot goes up, and that's in as well. So 2 for 2 he goes from the line during that possession. Lakers did end up coming out victorious, 130-121 against the Hawks. And here's Zion Williamson, again, getting matched up against P.J. Tucker, boxing him down low. Tobias Harris came in to try to help, and McDaniels puts up a three-pointer, and that won't go. So they took their chances there, double-team Zion at the very end, and it worked out for them. Harden, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Tobias Harris taking it to the cup, then decides to pass it back outside to Niang for a wide-open three. Wide left. And another rebound by the Pelicans. Here's Alvarado in transition. Alvarado with the reverse layup gets past Tobias Harris and connects. He puts it up and in, and the Sixers again down by 9. Seems to be a thing that's been very repetitive in this game. 107-98. 8:17 left to go. Maxey from long range. Yes! Another big three by Tyrese Maxey. And the Sixers cut the deficit to 6, but they can't get back on defense as Zion Williamson throws down the alley-oop lob pass that was delivered by Jackson Hayes. And that'll put the Sixers back down by 8. So the Sixers were caught sleeping on the defensive side. Harden gets the ball loose. McDaniels ends up getting the ball, and he passes it out to Alvarado for a long three. Won't go. McDaniels again with another rebound. Devontae Graham with a three. That won't go. And Tobias Harris will grab the rebound and Doc Rivers wants a timeout. 109, 101, still plenty of basketball left. 7:35 left to go to be exact. Alvarado got the alley-oop pass to Zion Williamson, and that puts the Pelicans up by 8. Sixers will be right back. Why am I stumbling on my words tonight? It's because I'm talking too fast. Sometimes I notice, and it's not just me, it happens to other broadcasters too. But when you're doing radio, you're taught that you have to be very descriptive. And with basketball, because it's such a fast-paced game, you have to try to fill in as many words as you can, but you also have to catch up to your brain, because your brain thinks faster than you can speak. That's just scientifically proven. So I'm trying to train my body, or I'm trying to train my voice to pick up where my brain is. And sometimes I do get a little bit of a brain freeze, which doesn't help. But that's the challenge. That's one of the challenges of doing play-by-play. There's a lot of challenges that go with it. Nothing is ever easy. That's how life is. But play-by-play, that is one thing that is pretty challenging, is just figuring out how to slow down your words, but also keep up with a good pace. And keep your eyes on the action too. Sometimes there were even a couple of times tonight, like where I was looking down too much and I wasn't looking up. I can't help it that the stream sometimes, comes in and out. It hasn't really happened a whole lot today, but that I can't help, and that I have to improvise a little bit. But that's the main thing. It's to keep your eyes on the monitor or on the action. Look down when you can and try to keep up with your pacing. So that's just something that I thought I'd tell you all. I want to thank you guys all so much for tuning in. I know that it's not over yet, but there's 7:35 left to go. I'm Jason Joseph. I'm JJ. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. And if you're new to my channel, obviously I have to remind you guys, feel free to like, feel free to subscribe, and hit the bell icon too. Whether you're on YouTube or on Twitch, I appreciate that. We're also casting from Facebook Live and Twitter Live too, so that's really nice. 109 to 101. The Sixers are down. 7.5 minutes left. Embiid comes back in for Montrezl Harrell. Here's Tobias Harris. Puts up a runner. Yes. Another one by Tobias Harris. It'll be good to try to get him going here in the fourth quarter. And they cut the lead to 6 again. So they've been getting it down to that 6 mark, but can they get past that now? Can they try to cut it down to 3 or even 4? McCollum to Valanciunas, outside to Alvarado, hesitated on shooting a 3. Now it's 5 seconds on the shot clock. Goes up inside towards the baseline. 2 seconds on the shot clock. There's a 3-pointer by Hayes. He gets tripped up and he's fouled. Another big foul by the 76ers, and the 3-point opportunity for Jackson Hayes as Embiid gets called guilty for the foul. There was exactly 0.3 seconds left on the shot clock. That's not what you want to do. Another bad play by the Sixers, and Embiid not so happy with what he did there, but he looks over at Willie Green, and the first foul shot goes up and it's in by Hayes. Hayes was he was drafted a couple of years ago, I remember, and he makes the second foul shot as well. He would go to the line for one more foul shot. Was well known for his defense in college. Played very well, and was highly touted as a big recruit when he was in high school. Now he's on the Pelicans, and that free throw is up, and it's good. So it's now a 112 to 103 ball game. And the stream froze up again. Oof. I don't know why. Just like that, the stream froze up. Now I have to reload everything. It is what it is. Technology. Can't live with it. Can't live without it. All right, let me pick up my pen that I just dropped. There it is. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry about the technical difficulties. This is the third time that this is frozen, which isn't the only time that that's happened. Sometimes it's just the NBC Sports app. So 112, 105. Is it still frozen? It is. Unbelievable. That's crazy. It's still frozen. It's definitely not the laptop. I know that. I know that for a fact. It's literally just the app itself. I will close it down, though, and I will try to open it back up again. Let's see what happens. Okay. Sixers. No. All right, let's do it for the third time. If this doesn't work, then we're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way and turn on the TV. The thing I don't like about it is that I'm looking up because my TV is right up here. So just bear with me. I, again, appreciate all the love and the support. I apologize for the technical difficulties here. All right, it's not working. Okay. So we're just going to turn on the TV. That's what we're going to do. We'll just watch it on here. Ugh, this is the big moment of the game, too. That bugs me. That really, really bugs me. Okay, so let's turn this down. And we'll do it from here. Okay. Just like that, timeout's called. Okay, 119-107. Sixers down by a dozen with 5:03 left to go in the fourth quarter. So what just happened? McCollum just made a really big three, and the Sixers called a timeout because it was 112-105, so it's been a 7-2 run. That's what it's been. Wow. 119-107 now is the score. I said 119-105, but I meant to say 107. Again, that comes with just talking too fast at times. Mark Jackson, man, can't believe how tall he is. He is a tall man. And Coach Lynham is like small compared to him. It is kind of funny to me. Coach Lynham, though, great guy. Talked to him at a networking event. Really nice guy. Alrighty. CJ McCollum has made 10 threes in this ball game. Has been unstoppable. Lit it up in the first half and continues to put on a show in the second half. 39 points for CJ. 10 for 15 from the field, so he's shooting 66% from three. The 10 3-point field goals made, that's the most in Pelicans history. So 119-107. Less than 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Harden gets a screen from Joel. And now Melton will get the ball. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Melton back to Embiid for a wide open three. It doesn't even hit the rim. It was all backboard, and it's rebounded by Alvarado. Not a good shot by Joel. 4.5 minutes left. The Sixers have to come back here they don't really have a lot of time to play around. McCollum being double teamed, and he hands it off to Zion Williamson. A big three by Graham. Won't go. 4:13 left to go. Tucker grabs the rebound. On the other end, Melton will flick it right back out to Tobias Harris. Embiid now gets it, and he passes it to James Harden. Harden back to Embiid, 10 seconds on the shot clock, 4 minutes left. Harden to Tucker for a corner three. Yes! Big three-pointer by P.J. Tucker. That's his 5th point on the day. He does have 4 fouls, so you got to watch out for that. But a big-time three-pointer made by P.J. Tucker, who led the league in corner threes last year. Valanciunas will hand it off to C.J. McCollum. McCollum back to Zion Williamson. Williamson back out to Alvarado for 3, and it's blocked by DeAnthony Melton. A big block there by the perimeter defensive guard in DeAnthony Melton. That's the 6th block by the Sixers, and 0.7 seconds on the shot clock now as the ball did end up going out of bounds. Pelicans has to be catch and shoot. Valanciunas for 3. Won't go, and it doesn't even hit the rim, and a shot clock violation will be called against the Pelicans. Can the Sixers take advantage of this opportunity here? We have to wait, and we have to see. 3:29 left to go. 16 turnovers by the Sixers, 13 by the Pelicans. Harden conducting the offense. Gives it off to Embiid. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Embiid at the foul line extended. Now on the left elbow. Lost his dribble. 7 seconds on the shot clock. He's going up against Valanciunas. Now there comes the double team. Elbow jump shot. Won't go. And another rebound taken by the Pelicans. That time it's going to Najee Marshall. 119-110. Less than 3 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Williamson goes up, and a blocking foul will be called against P.J. Tucker. And as Williamson does connect on the layup, that will send him to the line for one more foul shot. I mean, this is just like, it's just like, what else can you do to stop him? He's either going to go up with that right hand if he draws the contact, or he's just going to switch it up with that left hand. He's been working so much on that during the offseason, and he has 33 points tonight. Williamson will put up the foul shot, and he can't get that one to fall. 121-110. Sixers have to hurry up here. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left, and they have to try to be smart with every possession that they get here. Harden passes it to Embiid. Embiid, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Embiid passes it, gets the ball intercepted by C.J. McCollum. Bad pass by Embiid. McCollum for 3 again. Yes. 124-110. And the Sixers are down by 14. Harden double teamed. Bounce pass inside to Tucker. Tucker back outside to Melton. Melton to Tobias Harris for a wide 3-pointer in the far corner. And that's good. A really big response by Tobias Harris to keep the Sixers afloat. 2 minutes, 3 seconds left in the 4th quarter. No Tyrese Maxey out there. Wanted to be sure to mention that. Williamson, again, on Joel. Williamson back outside to Marshall. Najee Marshall with the floater. Again, blocked by DeAnthony Melton, and he can't believe that he gets called for the foul there. Oh, man. He swatted that one right away. 1:48 left. And Melton gets choked up on the play. And again, looking at the replay, oh, he definitely got all ball there. Come on, ref. Oh, come on. 124-113. 1 minute, 48 seconds left. And going to the foul line to shoot 2 free throws after the Sixers call a timeout here. Looks like it's going to be Zion. 124-113, and the Sixers will be right back. They're down by 11 with 1:48 left. What's up, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic night. This is tough. This is tough for the Sixers, but you know what? New Orleans is playing really well, and they're a really good team. Not to make any sort of excuses, but Sixers have definitely been a little bit careless with the basketball. Bad passes at bad times, and that's just come back to bite them. Also, I'm a little bit curious as to why Doc's still stuck with that P.J. Tucker matchup on Zion. I understand that you don't have like all the bodies, that can go on them, but still, that's a little bit weird to me that he's been stuck on that. Let's see here. Melton definitely got all ball as the timeout is just about over. I'm a little bit surprised that the Sixers didn't challenge that because now's the time to utilize those things. You look at the replays all around, there's like, okay, so they are reviewing it. It is a challenge, and it didn't even come up on the ESPN app. Again, I can't get any sort of word because I can't see what goes on off the camera. So it's a little bit tricky. But obviously, being your eyes and your ears for this, that's what I have to do. I got to call it as I see it. So it was a challenge, and the Sixers will not get the ball back as they do confirm that it is a foul. Is that correct? Don't quote me on that just yet. I did see the ref talking, and then the crowd started cheering, and I assumed. And I can't do that until we get the official word here. 124, 113. If the call stands, it is a shooting foul on DeAnthony Melton. The call was overturned, and the Sixers get their timeout back, so that's huge. Now, can they convert and make this into a single-digit deficit? I don't know. But they did call off. So it was an offensive foul. It was a loose ball foul by Najee Marshall. That was the call that got overturned. So Melton will be going to the line, and the first foul shot he puts up won't go. It's too strong. Melton has been shooting pretty well from the foul line. 78% this season. Now they're trying to cut it down to 10. And the second foul shot goes up, and that's good. 124, 114. Sixers can't afford to give up any more buckets. Have to play great defense. Williamson at the top of the key. It's a screen from Valanciunas. Now takes on Joel. Embiid goes up with the foul, and Williamson will have his way and go back to the line. A very frustrating night for the 76ers as they just continue to complain to the refs. And Embiid's like, I'm done. I'm done arguing. I'm done arguing over these calls. That's 5 fouls for the big man. And Zion will put up that shot, and that's up and in. 125, 114, 95 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Williamson continues to dominate in the paint. And that foul shot, you can't convert on that. And it's back to an 11-point game. Pelicans have been controlling the tempo. Harden gets the ball from Embiid. Embiid at the foul line, and there were two 76ers like on the far corner. It was DeAnthony Melton and PJ Tucker. The pass was really high. The ball ended up going out of bounds, and PJ Tucker saying to DeAnthony, what are you doing? Miscommunication again by the Sixers, and that's their 18th turnover. 1:10 left in the fourth. Williamson inside takes it to the cup, and he finishes it with the reverse layup against Joel Embiid, and that's been the kind of night the 76ers have had to deal with. 36 points for Zion, and another timeout called by Doc Rivers. The Sixers have no timeouts left. The Pelicans still have 2, and it would take a miracle for the Sixers to even tie the game up as of right now. But they'll be right back in just a few moments. 1:02 left in the fourth. All right, how long have we been going? 2:25, 2:24. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's tough. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I appreciate all the love and the support. It really does mean a lot to me. I can't mention that enough. I love doing this for you guys. You know, I come from a theater background, so I used to love performing on stage. That was something that I really enjoyed when I was in elementary school. Well, I started when I was in 5th grade, and then I did it 6th. I did it all throughout middle school, and I did it through my junior year of high school. And I had fun with it. I thought it was cool. I liked performing, but I didn't necessarily want to go into acting full time. And I fell in love with this. I loved sports. I liked being on the air. And I thought, well, you put those two together, and there you go. You got a broadcaster. 102 left to go. Sixers with the ball here. Furkan Korkmaz comes in for shooting purposes. And the ball gets stolen away by Alvarado. And Alvarado's going to turn the ball over. So the Sixers are actually going to their full bench unit here as all their starters are out. Paul Reed comes in for the Sixers. And now's the time where you really just have to make the most out of it. So 127-114. And Sixers about to lose their second straight game. Unless a miracle happens. Here's Shake Milton, who hands it off to Harrell. 38 seconds to go. Milton at the top of the key, being guarded by Hayes. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Milton hands it off to Montrezl Harrell, and he gets fouled on the play by Marshall. Najee Marshall getting called for his third foul. Willie Green's certainly happy with how the Pelicans have been playing as of lately. They're now going to go on to be 23-12 with a 16-4 home record. Sixers inbound the basketball. It'll go to Paul Reed, who puts up a floater, and it goes up and in. 127-116. And the Pelicans, as the shot clock is off, are going to go on and go into victory formation as they win by a final score of 127-116. They ended up outplaying the 76ers in the second half. They scored 60 points while the Sixers scored 46. It was the CJ McCollum and Zion Williamson show, as they were both spectacular, combining to score over 70 points. They actually, to be exact, scored 78 points combined together. That's just deadly. And when you have your two top players doing that, what else can you do? I mean, they're going to win a lot of ball games that way. The Sixers, though, Embiid was at 37 points. He was 14 for 22 from the field, but he was -4 on the court with the 5 turnovers he had. And he did have 8 rebounds and 1 steal and 1 block. James Harden, 20 points for him, 10 assists. He does get that double-double. 7 turnovers, 4 for 7 he shot from 3, and he was 6 for 6 from the foul line. And other than that, the Sixers didn't necessarily have a lot of things going their way. Maxey did play very well. It was nice to see him come back out there. 9 points for him, 1 assist, 1 rebound, and a 3-pointer that he made on his very last attempt. And George Niang, he was struggling today from beyond the arc. He had 8 points, though, 4 rebounds and 2 assists. Ended up finishing with a -17. And that was really just everything that happened. It was just the fact that the 76ers made a lot of turnovers. To be exact, we could actually take a look at the stats right now. The amount of turnovers that they had today were really absurd. They had 19 turnovers. And the big difference, because of all the turnovers that you have and the fouls that you give, when you give up 22 fouls and you cause that many turnovers, that's going to lose you a lot of ball games. They did shoot 41% from 3, while the Pelicans shot 48%. I thought that was a little bit lower for a second, but they got out-rebounded. They turned the ball over too much, and the Pelicans were able to get more steals, and that's just what happened. And things just did not go their way. Willie Green had a really great positive impact for the Pelicans, and they go on to win their 23rd game of the season. So the Sixers will be back at it tomorrow night, trying to get redemption and go 1-1 on this back-to-back as they take on the Oklahoma City Thunder. So that'll be an interesting matchup as Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the 76ers will be going at it. I'm Jason Joseph. I appreciate you guys once again for tuning in. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We'll be back tomorrow night for more 76ers basketball. We'll also be back on Sunday for Patriots football as they take on the Miami Dolphins. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will catch you all on the next one.